Good morning, class. Here is the second part of the poem Aunt Jenifer's Tigers. I welcome you all to the class. It is a short lecture. Please pay attention.
Now let me read this poem. It is only 12 lines, very short poem, three stanzas. And afterwards, I shall explain them to you, the stanza by stanza, briefly. So the poem goes like this. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Very short poem, but a lot of things have been told here. A lot of things. Now, you can write pages after pages on this poem if you really have the time or if you really need it for your examination. But as far as class 12 CBSE is concerned, it is not so important, but it is important for you to know exactly a little bit about the poet and the poem. Now, let me tell you, the first stanza is about the what you call that, patriarchal society. Here, the dominance of the males, that is what is mentioned here by symbols tigers. And they are prancing across the screen. They are not just walking or what you call leisurely moving here and there. They are prancing very happily and very cheerfully with full of energy. And they are very bright like topaz denizens. Topaz denizens, bright. Topaz, that is yellow stone, semi-precious stone, topaz, bright topaz. They are the denizens of the world of green. Denizens, the citizens or the inhabitants of the world of green means the forest. Green, green forest. Citizens means they are free. They have the freedom. They have the rights. They have all that kind of a sense of freedom. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. There are some men standing there. They are not afraid of them at all because man has got a kind of complex or a kind of attitude that he thinks everything under the sun is afraid of me. I am the supreme. That is what man thinks. But here, the tigers are superior to them. They are not afraid of men who are standing beneath the tree and they pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. They just go around their business. And how do they go? They don't go like what you call wicked or dirty, uncertain people. Those animals are very sleek, very pretty to look at. They are not fat and you know difficult to move about. They move very very fast. They are very sleek, and also they are very chivalric. Means they are very gentleman-like qualities they had of the middle ages, and certainty. They were very sure of what they are doing. They are very brave. Now, this is a beautiful stanza. Now, this stanza, these four lines, set the foundation for our poetry. This poem, what it is going to deal with is the suppression and the spirit of freedom. There is a lot of difference between these two. You see the next stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Now, this is a very, very touching line. Aunt Jennifer is doing some embroidery work and she has woolen thread. Now, this woolen thread is used to make some embroidery work on her panel, and ivory needle she is using. There is a lot of what you call meaning in that. The fingers here are fluttering only, whereas the tigers in the first line is prancing. The tigers are prancing, but here the fingers are fluttering like a bird. Prancing is like a wild animal, free and fearless. But here fluttering is just like a bird, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Ivory. The lady is using ivory. Why she is using ivory? Why she could not use in this is middle of 20th century? She could use very effective factory-made needles to do this work, but she uses ivory. Why? Because she belongs to that generation. The mode of thinking, her thinking is still of that old generation. So naturally, and why she is molded that way? Because she is a woman and she is not allowed to advance. So she has to control her thinking. She is not supposed to think progressively, or in a modern terms, she is supposed to live in the past. So ivory. And the needle is hard to pull because her hands, fingers, they don't have the strength. Why they don't have the strength? It is so easy. Ivory needles are very easy to pull because the massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. The reason is only one, that is, the massive weight sits heavily. What weight is that? Uncle's wedding band, not her wedding band. It is Uncle's wedding band. She is always on the second rank. She is not in the first rank. Even the wedding band is Uncle's wedding band, not her wedding band. You see that? She has no first place at all. Always secondary. Always secondary. And the massive weight, that is, it is not that he bought a 1 kilo gold band or 1 kilo platinum band. No, sir. Even though it may be 1 gram, even then the symbol is the massive weight, that is the control. That band had total control of her life, and it was so heavily sitting upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Now, this uncle has got no name, so we don't have to worry. We have to only think that he must be her husband. The last stanza is full of morbid pictures. is about what is going to happen when aunt dies. Anyway, one day she has to die. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Look at that passive voice used here. The passive voice is used here. Now, when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed. Ringed. Look at that. Lunged means surrounded by. But here ringed by, that is a pull used here. So she will be having the ring in her fingers, one of the fingers, wedding, the ring finger, and that will control her. With ordeals she was mastered by. She will be controlled by the ordeals she was mastered by. That is, the ordeals she was supposed to do that come difficult work when hard work when she was doing when she was alive as a slave. She will be controlled even after her death. But what will happen? The tigers, they are still free, full of freedom. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. The tigers will have no effect. They will go on because they are actually made, created by Aunt Jennifer on the panel with wool and ivory needle. So they will not be destroyed. They will not die. They remain immortal. People can always, after years and years, watch that embroidery work and admire it and discuss the story behind Aunt Jennifer's tigers. So wonderful a poem, beautiful poem. It is written in the mid 20s with a lot of heavy meaning and very instigating or rather inspiring message. Very beautiful poem. I like it very much. Now that is the summary part of it. So I hope you people got some idea about the poem, if not much. But by and by, if I get chance, I shall do one more round of the same poem, a revision like affair, and the question answers I shall put. I don't know when, but sooner. All the poems, question answers will come together. So don't worry about that. You will have good guidance from this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And please attend my next class will be next week. That is a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And please go to the subscription column, subscribe, and also like if you like, and also do some comments and notification if you like, etc. And have a nice day. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.